This is the AquaTru Classic. It's one of the top selling countertop reverse osmosis water systems. But is it really that good? Is it worth the price? That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to take a look at it, deep dive, and then we're going to take a look at the lab results and see if it actually filters what it says it does. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first, let's talk about the system itself and what I like about it. Now, it's really cool because it sits on the countertop. So if you're in an apartment, a townhome, and you really just don't want to deal with installing an under-the-counter reverse osmosis water system, this is really cool because you just put the water in the back. It has the filters on the other side, and it will fill up the pitcher basically with the reverse osmosis water. And as we know, reverse osmosis water creates wastewater. And so what it does after it's done is it actually puts the wastewater back in here and you just empty it out, which is really cool. And it's really nice because it's just plug and play. You plug it into an outlet, and then you're going to run a few cycles through it, and then you are good to go. No expensive installation from a plumber. And these tanks, while they're not glass, they are BPA free, which is really important. And the taste itself is really clean and crisp. It's good water. Now, the bad about it is it does take up some serious counter space. If you don't have a lot of room and a lot of countertop space, this might not be the one for you. And also, if you run a lot of water through it, you're going to be emptying the wastewater a lot. And it doesn't have any app or like smart tracking, which some reverse osmosis water systems do. But really, do you really need that in a water filtration countertop system? I don't think you do. So is it really that bad? Now, it filters a full tank in about 12 to 15 minutes, which works out to 0.15 gallons per minute. Definitely not instant, but for reverse osmosis, that's not bad. So now let's talk about the machine itself. So on this side, this is where all the filters are. And you literally just put the filters in and click it. There's 3 filters. You can get a more expensive option that does add minerals back into the water. This one doesn't have that, but it's just your standard 3 filters for reverse osmosis. And then you have your tank that you fill the water in. It has a nice handle, so you can easily lift it. And then you have your water tank right here. And what's also cool is you can take the water tank itself for the good water, and you can put it in the fridge. Not to mention, it comes out really fast, unlike some under the sink models. And now it also has a screen that will tell you when the water is done, like the whole process, and it will also tell you when you need to change the filters. And a question I get asked all the time is, what is the best reverse osmosis water system for countertops or for people who don't want a permanent install? And I ran into this problem too when I went down the rabbit hole of looking for the best reverse osmosis system out there. Because I too compared so many, and at the end of the day, I just couldn't find a resource that compared them all. That's why I created H2O Score. It's a mobile app for the iPhone where you can view all the water filter systems, shower filters. If it's a water filter, it's on there. And if you don't have an iPhone and don't want the app, there's also an ebook guide that I created. The link is down below in the description. And with it, it outlines the best water filters for every category from showers to countertop to under the sink. Now let's talk about the lab results for the water itself of how well it filtered it. Now, most people, they will do a sample of their home tap water, send that off, and then they will send off a sample of this water with their home tap water. I did not do that. That's because most people's home tap water doesn't actually have a lot of contaminants in it. You see, I'm on well water and there's very few contaminants in it. And the contaminants really vary from city to city. So the best thing to do is to actually look at the manufacturer's lab report because they test for hundreds of different contaminants. So there are 14 categories that I look for when looking at a water filter report. So the first one, volatile organic compounds, I removed 98.5% of those. Heavy metals, 96.14%. Chemical disinfectants, 94.03%. Microbiologicals, 92.46%. Haloacetic acids, 98.17%, disinfectant byproducts 95.67%, herbicides 95.80%, forever chemicals 97.50%, semi-volatile compounds 97.90%, pesticides 98.54%, pharmaceuticals 94.71%. They did not test for phthalates, radiological elements 96.40%, and that brings a total reduction average to 96.32% of all contaminants tested. So compared to a lot of reverse osmosis systems out there, it does a really good job. But there are a few other systems that do a better job. So let's talk about the cost of it. This base model is $449. Now, if you do want the version that has the mineral boost, that adds minerals back into the water, because you know reverse osmosis strips all the minerals out of it, it's going to be $469. That's a little bit pricey for a reverse osmosis system, But when you also consider the fact that this is just plug and play and there's going to be no plumber involved, it makes sense. Now let's talk about the yearly cost of filters, because a lot of people, they just look at the upfront cost, but they don't look at the yearly cost. These filters will last about 6 months to 2 years, depending on how much you use it. And the replacement filter kit costs about $100, give or take. So you're really looking about $8 to $10 a month to keep this bad boy running. But when you consider how much more money it would be to buy bottled water or have water delivered to your house or apartment, this makes a lot of sense. So the bottom line about this, if you want true reverse osmosis water without all the plumbing and all the hassle, this is a great option. And this is especially true for renters or people who just want clean water without a permanent install. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. AquaTru did not send me this. I paid for this with my own money and spent a ton of time researching it and comparing all the lab reports. So it would mean a big favor to me if you would like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. Check out h2oscore.com, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.